Laura, you're a first-time founder. How did you form the partnership that you've created today?
So my co-founder, I've got a fantastic co-founder, Conrad Poehler. We'd met back when we were both doing our master's degrees at Oxford. And I'm so grateful that I have a founder that I know extremely well. We've been very close since we've met. And I can't imagine forming a partnership with someone who I didn't know very well. You need to have seen someone you need to have seen them under pressure. You need to have seen them, kind of not only in ideal circumstances to really know that this person is going to be a good co-founder for you. So what I'd say to other founders is, preferably know the person really well, preferably have known them for many years, preferably have, worked on things together.
And seen them in a lot of different circumstances.
A lot of different circumstances, because you're definitely, you're going to be under pressure when you're building the business, and you want to know how that person's going to deal with that.
And in that vein, have you had an experience with your founder, your partner, your co-founder that wasn't exactly ideal?
We certainly disagree on some things, but I think that's good. You definitely want someone who's going to challenge you and bring in a different perspective. I think what it does is kind of the kind of worst excesses of each of your personality get kind of brought to the center, and you can end up making the best decisions that way. And I think the important thing there is to understand the assumptions underneath why they want to take a particular path and you want to take a particular path. You want to do it this way, I want to do it this way. Why? What are your assumptions? How did you get there? Because once you go underneath, you end up finding the right path forward for the business.
And the common ground that you can move forward with.
Yeah.
And on the other side of that, what hasn't worked so well from a partnership perspective for you?
It's all been so good. I really can't say. I really can't find anything.
Well, your business did experience a total shift in the market from where you started to today. So how did you deal with that? Well,
I think what we've seen change, what has been a surprising lesson is the way that an industry can change in a few years. When we started out building Diligen, people said to us, don't build for the legal industry. Lawyers don't want new technology. They bill by the hour, no incentive to be efficient. And we decided that this was going to be, sufficiently disruptive technology that we were going to go ahead and do it, even if the adoption was slower. And then what we've seen, in the last few years is actually legal industry enormously enthusiastic about new technology, investing in new legal tech startups, forming incubators, holding conferences on AI. So actually things have really flipped, and in a way that is wonderful for us and we didn't expect. But I could also see how that could have been different, and it could have gone in a way that was not a direction that was helpful for us. And then we would have had to be more flexible in how we brought our original vision into the market.
Well, the legal community that is embracing it, is that because these are forward-thinking people in the community, and there's a whole bunch of people that are in the legacy mindset of billing by the hour, or do you think the industry actually is changing?
I think it's really changing. I mean, of course, the first people that came knocking on our door really early were the people who were more interested in the cutting edge thing, the more forward-thinking firms. But the industry really is changing, and I think that a lot of that is the pressure they are feeling from all the law firms we talk to. Say they're under pressure from their clients to be more efficient, to price more competitively, to use technology, and they're being asked about that a lot. So they're actually very interested in using technology, which has been great.
What do you think has been your best move as a founder?
Probably a few things, but I'd say right co-founder makes the world of difference. That's what's going to help you, stick together and keep moving forward and building the business and running it well when things get difficult, as they inevitably do at one point or another for every founder. So I think that was a very key choice. Yeah.
Can you say a biggest mistake you made so far?
Biggest mistake. Nothing really jumps out. I'd say, when you're trying to build any sufficiently new and different technology, you try a lot of things that don't work.
Absolutely.
But that's just part of trying to get to the way that works.
Yeah,
right?
That's just iterating in a good way.
Right. So I'd say we tried lots of things that didn't work as well as we hoped, but that got us to something that worked really well. So I'd say that's a sort of necessary error in a sense.